This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy. Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It's so great to have you joining me here in these online lessons. This is lesson 11 in this Saturday series where we're working on jamming or soloing, especially in the pop, rock, and blues styles, as we're working with the minor pentatonic and the blues scale, the major pentatonic, the major blues, those types of things. So super fun. I love this sort of thing, and I'm delighted to bring this course to you. Here in lesson 11, we're going to work on a new scale form, one that we haven't done before, with the minor pentatonic scale. So in the first several lessons, we worked with the minor pentatonic scale and the correlating blues scale, and we used the most common form, and I actually have that up here on the board. The star helps us know where that extra note is for the blues scale, and then just the black dots are the regular notes that we would use in just the minor pentatonic, and so we can kind of go in and out of both, but I indicate that there sort of as one diagram, and the roots with that square around it. So we've been using this one. We had some extensions. We explored a little bit higher and a little bit lower, but this is our main form. After we did that, we worked with the major pentatonic. Now we're back to the minor pentatonic, and we're going to start learning the other forms. There's actually 5 different forms that cover the entire neck, get us playing all over the neck. So we're moving on to that next step, learning a new form. I've got it over here on the right side of the board. Let's just go ahead and take a look at it. So to create this new form, all we're doing is taking our low 6-string form, our really familiar form here, and when I say low 6-string form, I mean that the root is on the low 6 string. And we're taking this form and we're transferring everything 1 string higher. So now our lowest root is on the 5th string, and then what was on the 5th string is now on the 4th string, and so on. Everything's just transferred 1 string higher, and then in doing this, it can be helpful to remember that whatever we do on the top string, we then come around and do on the bottom string. And as we learn new forms and continue through the series, we're going to see that whatever we do there, we continue here and then we continue on. So we just keep transferring things to these new strings. Now this is so great. Between these two forms, having them opens up our ability to play in different keys and different ranges. When we played in those first few lessons in the series, we were playing a lot in the key of A. That put this form right in the middle of the neck with that low root on the 6th string. And we can solo there. But if I wanted to play higher, I can't do that with this particular form in this key. But with this new form, I'd be able to play up here. Gets me some new notes happening, which is super cool. By reverse, if I wanted to play in the key of E, which we haven't done yet, but we will end up doing in this course, I would have to use this one all the way up at that 12th fret. And I could only play high, but having this form here opens up my ability to play in a lower range, which is super nice. So learning these new forms starts to open up the range that we can play in. Plus, some things finger better in one particular form than another, especially as we get going and learn all 5. So let's take a look here. In playing this form, I'm just going to go ahead and play that minor pentatonic scale first, and then remember that the star note shows us where that extra note is for playing the blues scale instead of the minor pentatonic. We're going to be jamming for the backing track that was created for this particular lesson. We're going to be going over a vamp, a D minor vamp. So we're going to be playing in D minor. So let's work on this minor pentatonic in the key of D. So that's going to put my index finger at the 5th fret of the 5th string. And if I'm playing it there, all I got to do is go 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, or I could shift up and go 1, 3, either way. But then I've got 1, 4 on that top string. And then I got 4, 1, 4, 1. So 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4. 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1. there's our minor pentatonic scale with the 5th string form, meaning that our lowest root is on the 5th string. That's how we'll associate it. Now, if we want to add that blues note in, we sure can. For this, I usually shift up, shift down. Like that. Now, in memorizing these, it's easy to see this first part. It's like, oh yeah, that looks just like the low 3 strings here, moved 1 string higher. The challenge with the guitar, and it just helps us keep our minds sharp, I think, is that when we get to that 3rd string to 2nd string, those 2 strings have a different interval distance between them. So the strings are tuned a 4th apart, generally speaking, but between the G and B strings, it's only a 3rd. So that makes everything change ever so slightly when we get to that 2nd string, and that's why we've got to go higher here and then come back down. Alright, so once you get that scale form learned, then all you need to do is just play through it until you're kind of familiar with it. Then you want to start jamming with it. That's really how we can internalize it. Just start finding our way through it by improvising over various backing tracks, or even just playing along with our favorite artist is a really great thing to do. So for this lesson, I've got this Vamp that we're going to be playing over in D minor, which is super fun. Over and over, and we can jam along with that right here in 5th position using this scale. If we wanted to use this scale form, which is also okay over this particular backing track, you'd be up at the 10th fret. Like all the backing tracks that I create for this lesson series, they're available. There's a playlist that has them all for the blues, pop, and rock jam along backing tracks. There's a playlist, you can find that on the channel. Also, down in the description below, there's a link. Click on that link and it'll pull up the video that just has the backing track, so you can play along with the backing track without me. But I'm going to go ahead and play right here. You can jam along with me, pick up some ideas. I'm going to sort of demonstrate. I'm going to start off just playing with this form, but I will go up higher a little bit later on as I get going, just to kind of show off this and some of the other things that we do with the extension. So I'll play a little bit there as well. So it's going to be super fun. Let's just go ahead and play over this together. We'll hear 3 hits on that hi-hat. There will be a 1 beat rest, and then it will start and we'll be jamming. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, super fun. At least I hope it's super fun. I love this sort of thing. I know that I've gotten better at it, and it's become more and more fun as I've gotten better at it. So there's frustrating moments for sure. So if you experience any of those, it's okay. Just keep working at it. It'll get easier. It'll become more and more fun. Now, we were playing over that D minor backing track. It's great to play over the other backing tracks that have been created for the course as well. We've done things in the key of A. And so if any of the backing tracks that we used the minor pentatonic over previously in the course, you could now play over those with this new form at the 12th fret. That puts you in A. We also played in the key of C. If you put this form form where your lowest root is at the 3rd fret and play in that position, you could improvise over that backing track in the key of C. We've also now done the key of D, but we did the key of G earlier on, which is at the 10th fret. So put that G at the 10th fret and you could improvise over that there and start getting inside of these different keys using this particular form. And you'll be set. In the next lesson, we're going to look at another form. So we're just going to proceed through all 5, then we'll put them together and get ourselves all over the neck. So the more you're jamming in these different keys using this new form, the more you'll be prepared as we continue through all 5 forms of the minor pentatonic scale or the blues scale. So super fun, super awesome. Hope you're having fun with this. On Mondays and Wednesdays, we've got jazz lessons coming out covering harmony, how to play the different chords, how to improvise, all the different things that happen with jazz guitar, which is super great. On Thursdays, we have coming out lessons about fretboard theory and just theory in general. So understanding the music that we're playing and opening up that fretboard. So very helpful there. On Tuesdays, Technique Tuesdays, helpful with getting the hands, the dexterity moving. So you got lessons there. And there are hundreds and hundreds of lessons, over 900 lessons that have already been released on the channel covering all sorts of different aspects of playing the guitar. So lots of great ways to get help. And of course, I have method books that also offer help as well. So many great ways to get help with guitar. Keep having fun at it. Take care, and we'll see you again. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.